Windy Bay 98.3
mountains, you raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
Windy Bay
You raise me up
98.3
to
FM.
walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me.
Hello, good evening to you all our listeners. We just want to thank you for being with us all the time, especially when it gets to Nuggets for Life. I am Patricia Mawusi Amos from the Counselling Center and also from the Department of Counseling Psychology, and I am here with
Theresa Antwi.
Yes. So this evening we are here with you to discuss something that has been going on. Sometimes it is so subtle or silent, and so a lot of us are not able to voice it out that much, especially when we are in the universities. Everybody think that we are all adults and we can manage our own affairs, and so it becomes very difficult to talk about some of these things. But it is something that needs to be talked about, and so we are here to discuss some of these things. And today or this evening we are going to talk about bullying in our universities, and we will focus primarily on we the students. And so you can be with us on Facebook page, which is Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM, and in the course of our discussions we will open the lines and you can call in or WhatsApp. And so the WhatsApp line and the call-in line is 0503 923158. And so we'll go back again with our song, and when we come back we will start with what bullying is all about. Stay tuned.
Windy Bay 98.3 FM. Windy Bay 98.3 FM.
And oh, my soul so weary when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to from when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Welcome back, listeners, and we are here to talk about bullying. We all know bullying takes place in a lot of areas, especially at the lower levels. We know that students or pupils go through a lot of bullying from seniors, even classmates, and from teachers and staff. But it is something that a lot of people ignore it when it comes to our higher education, that is in our universities especially. And so this evening we want to delve into it, maybe give some definitions of it, characteristics, how it can happen, and how we can also help ourselves to prevent bullying. So what is all about bullying? Bullying, some people have defined it as consisting of harassment, discrimination, social exclusion, public and professional humiliation, criticism, intimidation, psychological and sometimes physical abuse that occurs repeatedly and over a period of at least 6 months. So you'll be with people, they will exclude you from a lot of things because they think that you are not worth their salt or you are not up to their level, so they will exclude you. It is a form of bullying, something that will make you or demean your personality. It can also be discrimination. They will not want you to be part of certain things. They will harass you. Some people will see you, the things they will do to you and all that. You realize that this is harassment. And you realize that you've not done anything. But all you see is that you have been humiliated. You said something that you see that it is not in anything that should cause any anger or something. Then your other partner will start humiliating you just because of that thing that you said. Other people may not see anything wrong with it, but you realize that you are being humiliated for something that is not really an offense. It can be physical abuse. We know that in the university you are not supposed to fight. If you fight, you will be expelled. So people do it in a silent way. And psychologically, some people also do it the way people will say certain things about you and all that. Psychologically, it demeans you and all that. And that is a definition that people have given to bullying. Another school of thought also says that bullying is a form of violence that involves one or more individuals. So it can be you alone, then another group of people or one person will be using his power to control or intentionally demean, harass, or physically harm you as an individual or maybe even a group. One of the things that I normally see, I've been in the university teaching here. We've also been to the university before coming to this place as students, but it is something that I didn't really see people do. But sometimes you watch movies, sometimes they are dealing with students in higher education and all that. You realize that we have gangs of students dealing with another gang of students, and you realize that one gang is more powerful than the other, and all they do is bully them. Sometimes you will meet them at a path and just do certain things to them, destroy their property and all that, just because they think that they are more powerful than the other person. So it's something that people intentionally do it, or people do it because they think they have power or control. Bullying can be done in so many different ways. Some may be through physical means. So the person can hit you, the person can kick you, spit at you, the person can destroy your properties. You may be in a room with somebody and all you realize is that the person will be destroying your property. I remember I was once in a room with a colleague, a mate, and one of the things that I realized this mate was doing was, sometimes it is not really good, but this is more into counseling and all that. We need to talk about it. We are using the same wardrobe, and when she finishes, she's in a menstrual period, and she finishes, instead of removing it and throwing it away, then she will wrap it and come and put it in my side of the locker. It's a form of bullying. What do you mean by that? Are you using my side of the locker as your dumping site? It is not right. Sometimes you realize that you are in the class or in a room with your mates. They think that you don't have certain things, so they will demean you. They will criticize you for every little thing that you do. It's all part of it. Then again, verbal, name calling, insults, threatening. So you call me names, you realize that I am not this type, but always you want to call me by a certain kind of name, and I've told you I don't like it, but people will continue doing it. It is a form of bullying. So if you are fond of doing that, then please advise yourself. You are hurting somebody, especially when the person has told you I don't like it. You should put a stop to it. Then again, insults and threatening. If you don't do this, this is what I'll do to you. It may not be with you students as well, but sometimes I'll come in with also we lecturers sometimes threatening our students. It's also another part. So we should be mindful of all these things. Your mate threatening you, and another adult who thinks that he is in authority threatening you, is also a bad thing, or is a form of bullying. Or social and emotional. It can also be social and emotional. Spreading rumors, false rumors about people. It is not right. Just because you want to win, just because you want to be seen, just because you want to be visible to everybody, so you will always spread false rumors. It is not right. We should put a stop to it. Then excluding from activities. You want to exclude people from activities because they are not worth your salt, because you think that they don't have the kind of money you have. All these things are form of bullying. Then humiliating or intimidating people. They are all parts of examples that shows that bullying is taking place. Bullying can occur face to face. It can occur face to face. Normally, a lot of us know that bullying happens when you see somebody, you criticize the person, or you hate the person physically and all that, or you say abusive words to the person. That makes the person a bully. But it also happens in the internet, and that is what we call the cyberbullying. I remember sometime, was it about a month ago, I saw a mail in my spam. Normally, I go there just to read what is there, because sometimes important messages also get in there. So once in a while, maybe once a week or two, I'll go in there, because one thing I know about Gmail spam is that if you don't go there to delete it, I think in a month or two, it goes by itself. So I have to go there, check whether an important mail is there before I delete all that I have with the spam. I got in there, then I saw a mail about somebody who said, "Hello, Patricia Amos. I am so and so. I know your password," and it started with my first 6 letters of my password, which was right. It said, "I know the first 6, and if you dare me, I will." It means that I know the rest. So I'll get into your mail, and I'll make sure that all your nude pictures, I will show you to the public, because anytime I have gotten into your machine and I have been able to hack through your camera and everything. That is what I hear they do. So I've been able to snap your nude pictures and all that when you're dressing and all that. And if you don't take care, I will bring it out, because I need this amount of money. He mentioned some huge amount of money. I think around $3,000 somewhere. I should give it to him. so that he will put a stop to it. And I said, this person doesn't know what he is talking about. He thinks he's gotten those people he can bully. This is also another form of bullying. So if you think about it and realize that hey, it looks as if I've been putting my laptop down and I've been dressing around not knowing that my laptop is there, or I've done something like that and I didn't know. Okay, then let me engage this person and see if I can do something. These are people, when you engage them psychologically, they are well versed in some of these things. They will make sure they get you. When I got it, I said, look, he thinks it's smarter. I just deleted the mail and went off my way. I realized that nothing happened afterwards. But if you follow that thing up, you realize that they will keep bullying you with some of these things. And so these are some form of cyber bullying that people use on us. So we have the internet, we have the cell phones. Nowadays people call us, I am this person, you see, I have somebody in abroad have sent you some phones and all that. There was a student that was brought to me who I had to cancel out of this thing because he got friends on Facebook and they told him that they brought items to him so that he should bring some amount of money and they will give him those things. She sent money to them. Later on, she was there again. They told him that you didn't send all the money. You are supposed to send this amount of money, and the time is elapsing. There's a date on it. If you don't bring it, the shipping price will go up. Then he said how much? Said this amount. Then she will pay again. Then they said, my boss said it is not like that. You are supposed to bring another one because you didn't do the right thing. And she keeps taking her money to those people just because she thinks that she's gotten something that you have not seen. Nobody has called you in abroad that he's bringing something to you, and you are listening to such people. This is a form of bullying. They are bullying her, and they keep collecting her money. And most of the time we call them as scams or yes. But it is another form of bullying, something that will not make you happy in life. Anytime they call you, your heart is just racing because you think that you have something with them that you need to collect. Or through other electronic means. So we've given you a whole lot of ways that bullying can occur. And I know that some of us are listening to us this evening. If some of these things are going on, you need to sit up. That is why we are here as University Counselling Center to help our students. If you are going through some of these things, come to us. Come and tell us about your problem, and we are there to help you. Who is targeted when it comes to bullying? Who is targeted when it comes to bullying? Our students. We are focusing on our students. We are the main people when it comes to bullying. Students of every kind. So it can be our roommates, our classmates. Even students can bully administrators in the university. Administrators too can bully students. Students can bully lecturers. And as we go on, I think Dr. Antwi will take us through some of the ways students bully lecturers in the lecture hall. Some of the students, they bully us. And some lecturers don't even know that the students are bullying them. It is a form of bullying. And Dr. Antwi will talk about that. So we'll, and then again, students maybe with special needs are also bullied. Students with special needs, we should also take care of some of their needs, because if we don't do that, it's more like they are in need and we are not helping them. It's a form of bullying. Then both genders. Sometimes the males will bully the females because I propose to you, you did not accept. So any form of bullying I have in mind, I'll vent those bullying on you because I propose to you and you did not accept. And even the girls, some of the girls also have gangs who bully guys who have low self-esteem and they are not able to do things themselves. So there are a lot of ways that bully occurs. Then again, I've given you the targets. People who are also from different walks of life. It can be a foreigner, because the person is a foreigner and doesn't know much about Winneba. We will want to bully the person to get what we want. All these things are parts of ways of bullying. People who are, let's say, low economic status, they are also parts of people or categories of people that can be bullied. I will stop here, then Dr. Antwi will come in with characteristics of bullying. Go on with the characteristics, then I'll come. Or because I don't have methods here.
Okay. All right. We've heard a lot from Dr. Amos, and I'm continuing with the characteristics of bullying. So to start with, one of the characteristics is directed at another student or students. So you may see that the bullying itself is directed towards students, since we are in the university. So it's being directed to students. All right. So it's being directed to students. Then we can also say that one of the characteristics is that it occurs in the school setting. Why are we saying that it occurs in the school? Because we situated ourselves in the school. So it normally happens in the school. And I think Dr. Amos have talked a lot about the school setting. Then also we also look at how severe and then how persistent or persuasive this bullying is vent on the individual. So that one too becomes one of the characteristics of bullying on the individual. Then we also look at this as the effect of doing any of the following. That's creating a threatening environment to the person who is being bullied. It also disrupts the orderly operations of the school and then the school setting. So with this, you may see that the person is not comfortable in the environment in which he or she is supposed to be, because the person is being bullied. So the rules and regulations, everything, you will see that the person may not be following all these things, and it will be having an effect on that person. Then also, it's also have some interference with the students' education. So with the bullying, you may see that it will interfere. Some of even the students may stop schooling because of bullying. That's senior bullying these juniors, especially at the SHS level. If you don't take care, they will leave the school. At times, even nights, they will ask them to read and so on and so forth. So it will even make some of them to stop schooling. So the characteristics we've talked about, the severe persistence of the severe persistence or the perceivedness of it on the part of the student, and then the effect of doing the interference. That's how it interfere with students, and then how it threatens the students, and then also disrupting the orderly operation of the school and then the school setting. Then we also have the methods of bullying. So with the methods, we look at the rudeness. That's the discourtesy. When we talk of the rudeness, you will see that there is incivility among the whole system. So people are being bullied just because they don't respect, they don't have any feeling for each other, and then they are rude towards each other. Then we also look at the disrespecting aspects. The disrespecting aspect of individuals. So here we look at disregarding individuals' concerns. It means that even when you say something, they will just disregard whatever that you said. And this is a method of bullying students or individuals. Then ignoring contributions. At times, you may be in let's say a meeting or whatever, and then you also try to contribute, but they will just ignore your contribution. All these are forms of bullying. So as they ignore your contribution, it's like you'll be ashamed of yourself, and then you may think, oh, others will, even those who don't know that they are bullying you, in tree they will say your power ni or something of the sort. So it's like you don't feel that there is not any belongingness. That's, you don't feel among the group that you think you are part of, because anything at all that you say, any contribution, they will just ignore you. Then also we also have this rumors. I think Dr. Amos talked about it. They will be talking about you, and then it's like you are of no use in the system, you are not important, and so on and so forth. And then intimidation too. From the definition we saw that there is what? Intimidation. That's anything at all, then they will intimidate you, and then you won't even know your left from your right as you are with them. Then also we have discrimination based on what? Sex or gender. So sexism also becomes part of what? Methods of what? Bullying. The fact that the person is female, then the males will be bullying them. Others also, it also happened. That's female senior, female junior. Then there will be this kind of bullying among them. And then also undermining authority. Most of the students, I think Dr. Amos said it, some of the students also, they also bully lecturers. It's not only lecturers that bully students. So at times they may also undermine authority, and it will be in the form of bullying. Then we also have shouting. At times you'll be talking and then somebody will shout at you. All these are forms of bullying. At times you'll be answering questions in class. Then maybe you've come out with your best, but it's like your lecturer will just shout at you, or even some of your students, your mates, your own mates, they can also shout at you. And it's also a method of bullying. Then humiliation in the presence of what? Colleagues. Anything at all that you will say, anything at all that you do, it's like you are being humiliated. So you see, you don't feel there is no reason with you and then your group of people, be it in a class, be it roommates, be it whatever. So always you are being humiliated. At times too, you'll be shouted at. Anything at all that you say, as if you are not a human being or you don't have conscience. That's anything at all, you will be having a problem with it. And then we also have this subordinate style, where you can have, let's say, the dean. We can have lecturers, where senior lecturers, junior lecturers, then students. You may see that those ranks can also be bullied. So the student being the last, or the student can also bully. As Dr. Amos said, even the dean, the lecturers, senior lecturer, whatever, they can also be bullied. So it's like subordinate style of what? Bullying. It becomes a method that we use to bully others. Then we also have belittlement. That's looking down upon someone. At times you may be among a group of people, but you will find yourself always belittled. That's anything at all that you do, you don't fit in the system. Anything at all, even the way you speak, the way you even dress, anything, you will be belittled in one way or the other. So all these things also will not make you feel among your colleagues. Then at times, the way somebody will roll the eye just to look at you, you would think that it's just, oh, the person just look at me from top to bottom or bottom to top. They are all methods of bullying. Then unwarranted or unprofessional remarks. At times too, they will just give some comments and it's like, why me? So you say something, then that remarks will come, which is unprofessional. So that also becomes a method of what? Bullying. And then we have the ostracizing, that's excluding from a group. That's when you are being excluded from a group. At times you want to join the group, but it will be very difficult for you to join, because any time that you try to join, they exclude you from the group. So it's like exclusion. Anytime you have the interest to join, but they will exclude you from the group. So this is also a method of bullying. So when this thing happens to you, then it means you are being bullied. It's not that they don't like you, they don't love you or whatever, but it's a form of what? Bullying. Then we also have the withholding information. At times they have the information, but you will not hear about it. Everybody will get to hear about the information, but you alone, you will not hear that information. It's like the time that you get to hear the information, oh, it has been something that is dead. You will be getting to know the dead news, and it's like, hey, so what happened? All these are methods of bullying. Then we also have assignment of unreasonable workloads. So if the person wants to bully you, you will see that you have a lot of work to do. Especially these things happen during the secondary school times. You will be punished unnecessarily just because the person wants to bully you. So if it is everybody is within just let's say a few portion of land, you will be within maybe double or thrice that portion to show that you are being bullied. And there is also one thing, which is what? Excessive monitoring. Anything at all that you do, you are being monitored. So that one too becomes one of the methods. Anything at all that you do, it means you don't have the freedom to do things on your own. People have to look at what you are doing. They have to monitor what you are doing. So all these things are methods of bullying. Then the last one that we can talk about is exclusion from relative meetings. Even when they are calling meetings, you will not be called. And at times when such things happen, it's like, what is it? And others may think that I'm not being loved, I'm not being this, I'm not being that, but they are all methods of bullying. So on this note, I think we'll go for commercial break.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, then we'll continue with the risk factors for the offender. Thank you.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountain. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be.
98.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more
Windy Bay 98.3 FM.
Windy Bay
98.3 FM.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Windy Bay 98.3 FM.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Hello, listeners. Welcome back to Nuggets for Life. Patricia Amos is here with you and Dr. Antwi. We were talking about bullying. We have talked about what bullying is all about. We talked about some characteristics of bullying. We've also talked about methods of bullying and ways that people bully other people. Now we've opened the lines for you, and you can WhatsApp us or text and also call us on 0503 923158. 0503 923158. Then we are also on Facebook page, Radio Windy Bay 98.3 FM. When you type it, you'll find us there. And so we are live here. Now we want to talk about risk factors for the offender. Risk factors. Normally, people who bully other people, what are some of the characteristics that we can see with such people? Who are they? When you see them, how would you know that this person is really a bully? There are some people amongst us that we've realized that they are bullies. And so we know how to handle them. Do you know yours? Is there anybody bullying you and you can identify that, oh, this person is a bully because these characteristics that I have seen shows that the person is a bully. So let's look at some common traits that these people have. They are impulsive. Sometimes when you say something, I don't know, it looks as if sometimes they don't really think about it. Then they will react. Immediately you say it, instead of thinking about it well, they will quickly react, either by hand or by the word of mouth. And it is not the best. So be checking out for people who are very impulsive. They have that trait. I am not saying that anybody you've noticed that the person is impulsive means that the person is a bully. No, it shouldn't be that. But these are some of the characteristics, and one of them is being impulsive. And then hot-tempered. They are very hot-tempered. Small thing, then they are angry. Then they just want to vent their anger on you. You need to check some of these things. Then they are aggressive. Very aggressive. You say it, all you realize is that they are coming on you with some form of gestures and all that. Then you realize that, hey, this is one thing that I said, the person is coming to me in that manner. Whether the person is short or tall, you realize that the person is so angry and wants to come to you with some kind of anger. Very aggressive. Then lack of empathy. They don't feel the way other people feel. When you are in trouble or you explain yourself, they are not ready to listen. So no matter what you do, they will still they will make sure that the kind of punishment they have for you, they will met it on you. It is something that is with them. So you need to be very careful of people who lack empathy. They are aggressive, hot-tempered, they are impulsive, and they disregard rules. They don't care whether the rule is for who or for what. They will disregard it because they think that one, they may be in higher authority. Maybe they think that they have the links to the various lecturers and students who are powerful and all that. So no matter what it is, they will get their freedom. They will not be punished for their wrongdoing. So they will always disregard rules. Social leader. Normally we have people who create gangs and they are the leaders because they know they have followers who can fight for them, followers who can do things for them. They are more like kings. So they disregard anything. Some of them, you see that when they are coming for, they come in late, and they will come in when lectures are ongoing just to disrupt activities in the lecture hall. All these things are not the right way to do things. So check out for social leaders. I'm not saying that every social leader is a bully, no, but we should check some of the characteristics that goes with people who are bullies. Then self-involved. They always want to make sure that they are part of everything and they should know whatever is going on. If I don't get to know about it, then it means that, hey, I need to make sure that people see that I am there. Whoever excluded me in it must be punished one way or the other. We need to be careful of that. There are other characteristics or common traits of people who are bullies. Now, Dr. Antwi will take us through some of the things that bullies do in class to bully lecturers. And so the lines are still open. If you want to call in or text us, tell us what is going on. If you have any questions, you can call us or send us a WhatsApp on 0503 923158. 0503 923158.
Thank you. So from the beginning, we said that lecturers do bully students, but now it's your turn. Students, you also bully us. So now let's look at some of the things that you do at lectures, and then you bully us. The first one is sleeping in class. So when lectures are going on and then you are sleeping, please, you are bullying us. So if you are like that, please stop it. You need to be serious.
You know, sometimes, let me come in, sometimes it makes you feel as though what you are teaching is it is boring.
Yeah.
It has no use. You are just telling us chaff. That is the implication. Okay, so if you sleep in class, be mindful of that, because you are bullying us.
Yeah, so it's a taboo. It's a taboo. So when lectures are going on, please don't sleep. Don't sleep. Even if you want to sleep, you can just maybe stand at the back and then maybe walk 1 or 2. Then you come and sit down. So please, if you sleep in class, you are bullying us. Then request for easier assignments or exams. And this is usual, something that you usually do.
They do it all the time.
And I don't know why. At the moment that you talk of assignment or exams, then you will come out with your own choice of questions. It should be OBJ. It should be this. It should be that. It should be so many things.
No,
if you do that, then it means you are bullying us, as if we don't even know the kind of questions that we have to give you.
Let me
so
come
you have
in.
to dictate.
Let me come in with
All right.
experiences. You know, some of us look very young. Me, for instance, when you see me, you see that I'm very young. I'm just like the students. And you will be teaching adults. Some of them can be your parents. Then they will come to you, oh, my daughter. You know, you see, we are mothers and fathers. You are my daughter, so you need to help us. So that, you see, the work, you have to make it a bit easy so that we can be able to pass and all that. Look, if you are doing that, you are bullying us. For me, I see it as a form of bullying. And it's a form of what? Is it a blackmail or something? Just to weaken me so that, oh, you are my daughter. A lot of the elderly do that, which is no good. You need to put a stop to it. Don't see me there as very young, and so you try to use that to get me. Because I also have some form of empathy on you, then I have to make it to suit you. It is not right. You are bullying me and you are bullying other people. So please put a stop to it.
So from now, I think when we talk about examination, assignment, and other things, you allow the lecturers themselves to come out with their own questions. We also looked at. We are also going to look at engage in non-class activity during lectures. At times when we are teaching, you just engage in some activities that are not even parts of the lectures. You will be conversing with your friends. You will be doing things that are not necessary. Then you will be in class. All these are forms of what? Bullying. You are bullying the lecturer because you are not paying attention to what the lecturer is saying. So if you are like that, you need to desist from this kind of action. It's not the best. Then continuous interruption during lectures. Continuous interruption. Some of the students, they can interrupt anything
unnecessarily.
At all. Unnecessarily. They can interrupt.
And those
Some
who
of
like
them-
screaming and
Yes.
shouting,
Yes.
honking at the back. When somebody say, oh, continue,
Yes.
move on. No, we are not in the church or something. It is all part of the
Yes.
bullying. It's not right.
And some of them too, the way they are, in class, they are as if they are the stars in the class. So instead of them to come early, they won't come early. You'll be teaching in the middle of lecturing. Then you may see this guy coming, the dressing, the hairstyle, the shoe that the person is wearing. Then it's like the whole class, their attention will be on what? That person. All these are continuous interruption during what? Lectures.
And you know, one of the things they do too. Some of them, whenever you call, maybe you call somebody that I'm so and so. I'm expecting you to do this. Can you get up and do it? Then you realize that another person will get up, coming as though he is the one who is supposed to do it. By the time you realize he's gotten out of the door,
Wow.
it is a form of bullying. And it disrupts class activities
Yes.
because all the others will think, oh, this is the person coming. By the time you realize, the person has passed through the door and is going, and you realize that almost everybody will start laughing. Then it will take about 5 minutes to laugh about it before the class continues. It puts the lecturer in a certain situation. Please, let's stop it. It's a form of bullying.
Yeah, so you are bullying us in a way, but maybe you don't know. So today we are telling you, you need to desist from all these things. Then answered or talked on the cell phone. At times, lectures will be going on. And then you will see people talking on the phone. Their phones will be belling unnecessarily. And you may not know why. You are coming for lectures. Why can't you put your phone on silence? You can just put your phone on silence. Or even anything at all. If not on silent, vibration or whatever. After lectures, you can attend to that person who called you. So please, all those who have been receiving calls during lectures, you need to stop. It's a form of bullying. You are bullying us. So you need to stop all these things. And then also we have the verbally disrespected or challenging authority. At times too, the way you even talk to your lecturers in a disrespectful manner, you are bullying your lecturers. As if you know all, and you are the class, let me say, number one. So with this, anything at all, you will just get up and then challenge your lecturer. It's not the best. So you need to desist from all these things because they are form of what bullying your lecturers. Although you may think we, the lecturers, we bully you, but you also bully us in a way. So we need to desist from all these actions so that we will have sound lectures and then sound studies. Thank you.
Okay, so let's look at some warning signs of bullying. Our lines are still opened. Very soon we will go down. So if you have anything to talk about, question, just call 0503 923158. 0503 923158. Now, what are the warning signs of bullying? If you are being bullied, how would you know that you are being bullied? I have today told you some of the things students do in class to show that they are bullying us. How would you also know as a student that you are being bullied? Difficulty focusing on task. Sometimes when they do it to you, it becomes so difficult to focus on task. It becomes persistent. Because in initial stages, I told you that when somebody bullies you for more than 6 months, then, or maybe an activity continues for more than 6 months and you don't like it, it is a bully. So you should know that these things will destroy your way of doing things. And one of them is difficulty focusing on task. Loss of interest in schoolwork or sudden change in grades. It affects your grades. Sometimes some students may not even come for lectures because of some of these problems. At other times, because they are coming, the bullies are on their way, waiting for them. The bullies are threatening them that if you come to campus, this is what we'll do to you. So they won't even come. And it affects your attendance at lectures, your academic work, and also it affects your final grades. Then the person appears sad, tearful, or anxious. You see that the person is always moody. Things are not going well. Anytime you see the person is not cheerful. This is a sign that somebody is being bullied or you are being bullied. So watch out. You complain of headaches or stomach aches. So with these things, as a student, if you are seeing some of these things in your life, find out what the problem is. It may not be bullying, but it may be other things. So we are not saying that all these characteristics are showing that you are being bullied. It may be other things, but these are some of the things that research has also shown that if you have these things, you need to check your life. See if somebody is bullying you. It may not be your colleague mate. It may not also be your lecturer, but somebody else Even it can be your girlfriend or your boyfriend who is bullying you. You may not know. So be watchful. Then experiences a loss of appetite. You may not feel like eating, and that would affect your nutritional value in your being or status as a human being, and this will make you reduce in weight. It will not help you health wise. Then increase in absences or being tardy to school. You become absent minded in class. You will not feel like coming to school, because if you come, what are you coming to gain? There's no interest. And sometimes we should be watchful in some of our listeners as also parents. Parents, be mindful of what your children tell you, especially when your children tell you that please change my school, or I don't like my teacher, or there's somebody in the class who is worrying me. For me, I become mindful of that. There has been situations that I've gone to my children's school to talk to one of their class teachers and said that this particular boy, my daughter has been mentioning his name, that he's a bully, always doing this and this and that. And I have come here to sit there for, sometimes I stand at the window and watch him, the way he behaves. You realize that yes, he's a bully. So be careful with that guy, because he's not helping the children. So we should be checking some of these things, because it will not help our children, it will not help we ourselves as students. Then avoidance of social activities. The person may not feel like engaging in any social activity. When we are going for a dinner, we are going for a sporting activity, or any other social gathering, the person doesn't want to go. And some people are bullied to the extent that they commit suicide. They are bullied to the extent that they commit suicide. So we should be very careful. We talk about it and laugh over it, some of the things that we see here. But if it gets to a certain extent, it becomes grievous, which can cause a lot of damage to a family or to an individual. So we should be careful of these things. So let's look at some of the causes that can bring about bullying. What causes that? Sometimes organizational culture. It happens. Organizational culture brings about bullying. When you look at the organization, the organogram and all that, the way things are going, then you realize that no, this thing is not helpful. Sometimes we give authority to some particular people and they want to use their power to bully other people. And among students, it happens. Some students get authority, class leadership, organizational leadership on campus and all that. You think you have it. You think you are close to authorities in the school, so you use it on your colleagues, students, to bully them. It is not right. And maybe foreigners. If you are foreign born, it can bring about what? You being bullied. It's also another thing. Then maybe your gender, whether male or female, sometimes to where you are coming from, is also another thing. And also belonging to a particular discipline. If you are belonging to a particular discipline, I am in this, the other person said is in this, we see the other person as inferior because the person is not part of us. It brings about bullying. Then, as we talked about earlier on, we are saying that though it's in the school and it may occur among students, lecturers can bully, administrators can bully, students can also bully administrators and lecturers all together. So these are some of the causes. So we need to be mindful of some of these things. Then let's see the risk factors for those who are bullied. Risk factors for those who are bullied. They become socially isolated. socially isolated. In the earlier ones, I talked about somebody who is a bully. Now we are talking about the one who has been bullied. The person becomes socially affected, physically weak, or with special needs. So students who have special needs too are being bullied. Most of the time they talk about it, but we just forget about it, gloss over it, and it looks as if it is nothing. We need to be mindful of how we treat them, and even the way they come for lectures and the preference we give to them will make them feel that they are part of us. So we need to be very careful. Then emotionally reactive or quick-tempered people, they are also people that can be bullied. Difficulty with social skills. Some people don't have good social skills, and so because of that they become a target to be bullied. Then hyperactive people, when you are too hyperactive too, you can be bullied. Don't think that you are hyperactive. You know, people who are hyperactive, sometimes we believe that they are more assertive and they can do a lot of things, but they have a weakness, and this is one of them. Then obese or overweight people. Normally slim people are not being bullied that much, but people who are obese, we see them like they are chom. So we just treat them anyhow. Then anxious or sensitive people are also part of the people who can be bullied. Now, our time is almost up, but we want to talk about how we can prevent bullying. How would we do that? So, if you are a staff in the university, we are staff here, administrators are there, we need to stop the behavior. If we see one, we should let them know that this is not right, and we should remind students of school expectations. It is not right to bully people in the university, but people do it in a silent way that we don't normally see, and students who are being bullied find it difficult voicing their problems out because we think that they are adults. Sometimes you go and tell somebody, the person will say that but you standing there like this, you are saying they are bullying you. Can't you manage your own affairs? You can't even tell the person that this is what he should do or not to do, and you are coming to tell me you are being bullied. So people find it difficult to talk about these things. If we see some of these things, we should help our students out because they need it. We should talk to the target person, and that is why counseling center is there. You can come to us. We are at the counseling the central campus. Immediately you get to the gate, immediate left, we are just there. The administrative block is there. You can talk to anybody there. They will assign you to any counselor to talk to. Then notify site administrator. I am a staff. If I see it, I can talk to Dr. Antwi or anybody who is close to the students so that they will help the students out. Then again, as students, when we see these things, we should also make sure that we report. When you see it, report to the appropriate quarters. You can come to the counseling center and talk to somebody. You can get to your academic counselors, talk to them about it, and you can also talk to the administrators or the lecturers that you trust them so that they can help out. Above all, the counseling center is there for us to be able to make our concerns known, whether socially, academically. I will talk about spiritually because we do spiritual counseling as well. Anything that is bothering you in relationships, if your boyfriend, girlfriend is bullying you, using something against you to destroy you, come to us. We are there. The counseling center is open from Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you want to talk to us and you don't want us to see you face to face, I am here, Patricia Amos. I can do online one for you. If you think you don't want anybody to see you, just get to the counseling center and let them give you my number, then we can discuss that. Our time is almost up. And so we will end it here. God willing, next week, Mr. Bernard Amwako will come your way with another topic. He will talk about suicidal surges. And so stay tuned with him. I am Patricia Amos, and I'm here with
Theresa Antwi.
God willing, next week we will meet. Always be there on Mondays 5:30 to 7 for Nuggets for Life. We will meet next week. Bye bye.